This is Dr. Jean Antonucci, and this is a tour of my office. Those were the signs at the entrance of the office part. We'll walk this way where my building is, and there's the building that I work in. Over here is the buildings that are the end of the nursing home complex. When there's no snow on the ground, I can walk over there very quickly, which makes it very accessible for me to see patients. You'll note that the brick sidewalk is dry. There's radiant heating underneath, so it evaporates the snow. That's all I have for signs. Let's go in. This is the vestibule. There's a basket here that doubles as my receptionist. I can leave things for patients, as you see I have, or patients can leave things for me. This is very useful when you work alone and don't have a receptionist. We'll go into the waiting room now. This is where my landlord, roommate's reception area is, and you'll see the rest of the waiting room. This was filmed in the wintertime. This is a very lovely room. You can't see it on this cloudy day, but the light comes through the shades. It's filtered, and it's very nice with trees outside. And here is a booklet I leave for my patients, which has lots of good information in it, and I find a lot of them reading it, how I charge, my policies, how the practice works. Here's toys for the kids. And the other part of not having a receptionist is my doorbell, so if I'm very late or people need me urgently, they can get me. We'll go into the clinical area, and in the bathroom, there's a little workstation. There's instructions for people to leave a specimen, and there's a little basket with gloves and a pen and my urine test strips, and little recording slips that I can take back to the room with me after I've tested their urine. The gloves are here too, and this piece of furniture is also my hamper for the drapes and gowns. Back to the common area across the hall, I will just show you the other thing in the common area, which is my vaccine refrigerator. This is a utility tray in which I will put the vaccine-laden syringes, color-coded, and I'll carry this into the room with me. This is a really good way to stay organized because everything's color-coded. The same color-coded stickers go on the syringes themselves. And inside the refrigerator is another utility tray, which is where the vaccines are kept, again color-coded. This keeps the complex business of vaccines very well organized. This little workstation has also the refrigerator, thermometer, a little bag for trash, and the needle box. We'll walk back through the common area now. And here is the shared scale. And this was the room where I work. It's about 125 square feet. It's not that big. There isn't usually this box on the floor. That's the box this camera came in. We'll go around the room. Here are the standard medical things you'd find on the wall. But I couldn't resist showing that. Sorry. I filmed this on a cloudy day, but there are a lot of windows, so although the room is not big, there's a lot of light. Standard table, bought used, not a power table. The stool with handle helps people get up on the table if they're elderly and works fine. I tend to use this stool actually more of a Mayo stand than I do to sit on it, interestingly. And the table holds standard medical things. This little white container came from the top of a cooler. Inexpensive little white table holding my supplies. The thermometer is hung on the side of the table. The Etch-a-Sketch lives on the floor. All the kids know that. There's a curtain to separate the room in half when people need to get changed. This is the compact appliance from compactappliance.com. It can be either a freezer, as it is here, or a fridge. They cost $150. It holds my hot pot for tea water, the crayons, the tissues. Here's where the patients sit, and this is my basic workstation area. I have a laptop, It's just a file cabinet and some plastic drawers that fit under a table. And I have a laptop and a 2-line phone from Radio Shack and a simple answering machine from Radio Shack. There's a small printer that holds prescription paper only, and there's an all-in-one machine. That's the basic office setup. There's an electric clock so that if the power goes out and it flashes, my vaccine integrity may have been in danger, and this alerts me. There's a quick look outside after the parking lot. It's all woods and a stream, so it's a lovely place to work. And I thought I would show you a card from Sharon McCoy George because it's such a nice card. I tend to print out my schedule every day because I like to be able to see it, and I tape it here. This is a sample schedule, and you can see that I have very nice patients. This is a little pile I work off of, scrap paper. And next to that, off to the left on the computer, that's the endless pile of papers that comes into the office. You can see I have a lot of work to do today. My nebulizer machine lives in the corner, and there's my caffeine. I have only a few books, dermatology, psychiatry, and this nice book that I should give out more of. Also that lives up here is stickers for the kids. There's more paper in this office than a paperless office should have. Here is how I organize it. And down here is my old laptop, which can do wireless How's Your Health in the waiting room. You can see the credit card terminal, standard medical supplies in the few drawers there are, paper for recycling, and the small amount of paper I use lives down there in the corner. Here's the other side of the room. Baby scale runs on rechargeable batteries. There's a recharger in the corner. Standard medical supplies. Here's my nebulizer tubing. This is the doctor when she's in a bad mood. A patient made this, came in on Halloween, dressed like before, came back later, did the after picture, and gave me the little frame, so that's fun to have. And there's the sink. Here's the ear washing kit, easy to grab, very organized, and a basin of wound care kit that I can grab very easily if needed when someone comes in. There's the trash, and there's just a mirror on the back of the door with a mobile for decoration. I'll show you around the room one more time. I'm going to stand back by the door and I'll show you around the room so you get a feel of it. I've practiced in just this one room for over a year now, and it's plenty of room. We'll go around and then we're done. Okay, bye, Scott. I'm hanging up. Thank you.